Guys, we have another guest speaker tonight. It was actually at a big announcement that he held yesterday, so I'll call on Gary Goncalves, who I think has spoken to, I think, everybody in the town committee at one point or another.
Almost everyone.
Gary, please come up and talk. I apologize for the fact that I will step away for one moment.
I announced yesterday at the Amber Room, with a pretty fair crowd, all my family and friends, that I am seeking to be our candidate for the mayor of Danbury in the fall election. And we had a very enthusiastic crowd, and it went over very, very well. I want to thank you for having me tonight. I come here out of respect for your gathering and out of respect for your purpose. And I've spoken to most of you on the phone, and the message is going to be pretty much the same. My motivation for running is that I've grown up in this town. I'm Danbury born and raised. I attended public schools. I remember the glory days of this party, certainly with people like Gino Arcanti back in the 70s and our own Gene Eriquez in the 80s and 90s. I know how things should be run, and I see how things are run today, and I have a lot of problems. Now, I'm not going to dwell on a lot of my campaign themes tonight, but to suffice to say that in looking to the way Danbury has been run over the last 8 years, I think we absolutely have an administration that has a tax and spend mentality, and also it's very apparent if you go to the council meetings how large blocks of our constituents are not being heard because there's so much of a distortion, Republicans to Democrats on that council, and pretty much everything that Mayor Mark Boughton wants, he gets through. There's a lot of other themes that we're going to come out with, and I am positioned well to address them. I think it's better tonight that I tell you a little bit more about myself. As you can see from my bio, and as I explained to some of you on the telephone, again, I'm 55 years old, been married 29 years. I have 3 children who are 24, 21, and 18. My son is a senior at Danbury High School. My other 2 are in college, and luckily one will be coming out as Jeffrey starts, so I still will have 2 in college. But, I've spent the last 30 years of my life with a company called General Reinsurance, and I can only hope that we're not one of those Fortune 500 companies that aren't paying any taxes, so I'll have to check on that, but I would hate for that to be the case. But General Re has been a top 100 Forbes company in profit per capita over a large number of years, and we are currently owned by Warren Buffett and part of his Berkshire Hathaway empire. And Gen Re is, we like to say anyway, is a premier reinsurance company, the 3rd largest in the world, but we believe the best. And the way we've done that is through underwriting discipline, expense management, and making smart and timely decisions. And I think that expertise in my 30 years, both in technology and finance, will serve me well as mayor of this city. My goals for this campaign are very, very simple. Number 1, I want to win. And let me be very clear to this town committee tonight that I'm not in here and I'm not running to make a good showing for this Democratic Party or to make a good showing for myself. I'm here to win this election. And the people that have been working for me will know, and Tommy said it yesterday, and he knows me. If I say we're going to do something, we're going to do it. If I say we can blitz the city in a weekend, I'll make it happen, and you can count on it. Now, I remember the great mayors of this town, and I mentioned them, Gino Arcanti and Gene Eriquez, who happen to be Italian, and, I think it's high time that another, half Sicilian be mayor of this town with the first name that starts with G. But I think that, I'm very excited to run. I'll tell you what I've done so far. In earnest, we've formed a campaign committee. We had a very big celebration, as Joe mentioned yesterday.
Open it up for questions for Gary. I will say I was there yesterday, so was Tom, so was Gene Eriquez, and there were a lot of people there yesterday, and not political people. Bill was there. There were a handful of us, usual suspects, so to speak, but most of the people weren't, which I think is a heck of a way to start. And I'll close by stealing Gene's line that it actually fits. Gary's got it when he fits the height requirement.